All right, let's try this out. It's a fairly tough event.
Are you guys full? Yeah. Okay.
I think everybody knows the rules of this competition here, so we won't even go through that. Inventory. I'm going to go with my GT Mono Spin, my GT Spin Titan. 40-pound test fluoro. And for a hook, I am going to go with, let's see if I have the right hook in here. I'll go with the 1.5 ounce medium spoon red tagger. And I'll set up my other reel, and I will throw on a 2 ounce spoon lemon tagger. And that's basically all I'm going to try to use in here. I'm hoping. I don't know how much a 2 ounce is. Let's go to spoons here. That's barbless spoons. We don't want that. $6 coins for the 2 ounce. Now to heck with it. Let's go. Now, and as always, buy your license. Read your licenses. See all the release. And we're going after all the trout. So lake trout, you have to release trophies unique. Brook trout, trophies unique. Splake, you have to release them. So you have to go with the advanced license. Which to me makes absolutely no sense. You're paying in to get in a tournament. That should be included just for the one time and for the tournament. I don't know if it does or not. If anybody does, comment in anything. So White Moose Lake. Tournament starts at 6. So I'm going to go in here for my practice. I'm going to fast forward the time right to 6 o'clock at p.m. And then anybody else's time, I guess that would be 1800 p.m. However the hell you say that, I don't go with that stuff. So, I'll just go right into where the fishing is. Loading is usually a little bit of a process. There we got our hooks. So it's best when you're going to practice in these to figure out, find the time of the tournament and go right to that time. To 6 p.m. Now what I like to do is second speed, cast out in these areas here. I'm not a professional at this, it's just from what I learned. I mean, I'm just trying to help people out. I mean, these tournaments are tough to win. It's a real pain. So once in a while, just give it a little bit going down, because there's always a chance of a fish biting as it goes down. Like there was a little hit there. Now I just kind of do a little bit of a stop and go off the bottom. I mean, I imagine people have better techniques for this. This is just one I have. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out. And you are going to hit snags once in a while. I mean, there's nothing with this hook so far, but we can. Usually in the tournament, though, the fishing's a little bit different. I mean, there is a chance of catching way more. I didn't actually look at what the peak time is on this. We're out of the peak time, I believe. And see, there's a little bit of a bump there, but if anybody's got any comments, if you do, let's see here. I mean, we still got 10 minutes before the tournament starts. I'm not going to broadcast this too long. I'm just kind of giving a general idea. It's odd that there's nothing biting yet. See, there is a bite, but they're just hitting it. So if they get a lot of hits and nothing's taking it, yeah, then I'm going to switch up the hook on here. I'll put the lemon tagger hook on too. I'll try that one with this reel. This is a little bit better rod and reel. My other rod and reel, I mean, it's fine, but this one I really prefer because it does fight big fish exceptionally well here. I mean, these lake trout can get really big, so you really want to come in prepared. I'll go through with my inventory again, what I'm using. I don't recommend using, you can use lighter line if you want to fight them for a long time, but I mean, it just seems sometimes these fish get god power and they just keep pulling and pulling, and it's like a losing battle, which is really frustrating. I found it really frustrating. There's nothing worse than, there we go, there's a fish. So basically, yeah, just do that. I mean, they will come. Not all of them are going to be monsters. But I mean, when it's in a tournament and you catch that specified fish and you can keep catching them, I mean, that's what counts. Of course, the bigger fish score a little bit bigger points. But this is the way it should be. It makes it all right. Let's see here. What do we got? That's not bad. 9 pounds. I mean, there is bigger ones. A lot bigger ones, of course. The uniques can get quite large. But, like I said, catching the targeted fish, I mean, that's the whole goal of this, is try to get as many as you can, get the points racked up. There is lots of guys that are really good fishermen. I mean, I don't know if it's really good fishing. I mean, you use the same technique as them. I think it's just all a matter of luck. But I will be doing some other videos on other fish. There's another one. It's just a matter of bumping it up and off that bottom. Keep it along the bottom there and bring it in, stop and go on your second speed. I mean, first speed is just won't do nothing. This might be a little better fish. I don't think it is. We'll find out right away. If anything, it's probably a pound or two more. But it's a targeted fish. I think that's the goal of this whole game. Yeah, 3 pounds more. But I'm not going to drag this video on too long here. Make it short and quick, just to give you a rough idea. Your medium spoons work the best for these fish. And sometimes, you know, if you can just keep it going like that, they like that kind of movement. I've tried other hooks and lures. I mean, you can catch them with them. People use bullet spinners in here too as well. Personally myself, I've never used one. Maybe I'll throw one on and we'll see what it does too. And like I said, of course, there's a lot of snags, a lot of rocks. Like when you look down here, you can see it's really deep right out there. And it really drops and it comes up at an extreme. Let's try a bullet spinner. Let's just see what they're going to do. We'll go with this one here and we'll just see what happens. I've only been playing this game for like 3 months, maybe a little more, 4 months. Probably just as long as anybody else for the PlayStation. I mean, it was on here quite a while. I didn't download it until November, I believe. but I'll do some other videos on uniques. Kind of give a step by step, but just from my own experiences. I mean, there's other videos out there. These guys are a lot better. I've watched other videos and I've tried techniques, and it just, for some people it may work, some other people it won't work. Personally, for me, a lot of them didn't work. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the spinners for this kind of fish. I mean, I don't think you get the right action down there in the water to what they would like. And splake, I mean, to me that's just an elusive fish. I've only caught a few of them. I'd like to catch more. In this tournament especially, they're the little higher scoring fish. In my experience is I've caught them right down in here. A little further out, that was a piss poor cast. I mean, I don't cast out too far because it's fairly deep out there. It takes forever for the hook to sink to the bottom. But yeah, the same thing. Let the hook sink. Work it a couple times as it's going down. There's also lake trout out here as well, of course. I think you can see where it drops. Same thing. I'm just going to kind of work it just to see what happens. It's fairly deep. You can see the way that hook is coming up. There's a lot of rocks down there. And you can see like my line took off to the left because it's bouncing off rocks down there. Or logs, whatever. There's a lot of bush around here. But I mean, if anybody's got any ideas on anything, yeah, feel free to share them. I mean, I'm new to the YouTube. This is my first YouTube channel. I really enjoy the game. It can get really, really frustrating. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there know that, how frustrating it can get. You know, it's a hit and miss with this game, like really bad, I think. I do love the game. It's a fun game. If it's a slower game, just sit back, relax. The key is to try to keep that bait moving off of there. Sometimes the 2-ounce hooks are a little heavy. I do prefer the 1.5 ounce because you can get a lot more action out of them. With these ones, I find the 2-ounce, third speed is, I think, a little too much action. They don't mind it, but I found more with the 2-speed is a lot better action with these hooks. So I'm going to switch it up to 1.5 ounces. I'll try that one for a couple casts. I'm just basically giving this video just to give a kind of an idea on how to catch these things for these tournaments. I mean, this seems to be the hot spot in a tournament for most of the fishermen that join in them. Winning the tournaments is hard to do. A lot of practice, a lot of patience. I mean, just when you think there's no fish, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm catching fish. Sure, I mean, there's some times I was really pissed. I just said, the hell with it, I want to quit, but I didn't. Let's see, yeah, the 1.5 ounces, same, just like that. Just bounce that hook. Oh, pardon me. Just a stop and go, second speed off the bottom there, casting straight out towards that point. And I mean, you will catch fish. I'm not guaranteeing what I'm showing you here is actually going to make you the champion of the competition. This is a little bigger fish. As you can see, it's fighting a little better. Yeah, it's a fair size fish. Maybe a trophy, possibly. I doubt it. But see, this is why I use this rod and reel. I'll show the setup again here right away. And your lines. Let's see here. What do we got? There's a trophy lake. That's what you want to catch. Okay. So, well, I hope these tips help you. Good luck in the tournament if anybody's playing in this tournament. Inventory again, I'll go through it. Here, I'm using the CGT mono and the rod. And again, as you can see, I'm using the fluoro 0.24 inch, and that's the 40-pound test. I don't know if I have any on hand here. Yeah, right there. 40-pound test. And 1.5 ounce lemon tiger medium spoon. Well, and good luck and have fun.